Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So after I dropped out,
Yeah.
I actually landed a job because even in uni, I was doing a lot of like natural hair content. That's when I got my Instagram username, Maimbagotcurls. So I started doing a lot of content. So I was like, I'm just going to do that to keep myself busy. And then I landed a job at L'Oreal as a beauty advisor, yes.
Okay. Yeah.
So, you know those girls who you see at the cosmetics shop? They stand and then they try and sell you stuff.
Yeah.
That was my first job.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and it was paying actually really well. So
we like talking about numbers too.
I got 40,000 like for my first job.
And that's from like uni where you're trying to figure out like how live and make money.
Yes.
Okay, that's decent.
I know. For a third year who's just dropped out, I thought now everything will just be upwards from here.
Actually, like a fact that most people don't know, like, what do you think? And we'll go back to what you're saying by the way. So don't forget your chain of thought.
Sure.
I always interrupt people a bit, but we still go back to what we were talking about. What do you think is the average salary in Kenya?
The average?
Yeah.
I'd say 30,000. Is that correct?
Yeah. Okay, probably let's say between 35 to 50.
Yeah.
Especially after like taxes.
That is what most people are earning.
Yeah. And I'm always trying to tell even a lot of guys who are like in Gen Z and stuff, when you see people waking up in the morning wearing suits and everything, you also have to understand like, okay, how much does this person get paid? What are the dynamics of what they do? By the time they get home, how tired are they when they do, before they get the check that they're getting? Because only like maybe, let's say, is it 7 or 8% of Kenya, or what would we talk about on the podcast? 7 or 8% probably who get paid over 100K.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's
so
crazy.
No, but it sounds crazy, but people do have families, have kids. When teachers are striking primary, how much is their salary?
Yeah, very little.
It's probably 25, 30.
Yeah.
So, understand your numbers, people, so that you understand and respect jobs out here. So even when when you're saying like, and that's after even like dropping out of uni, and somebody's offering you 40 because of your creative mind.
Yeah.
That's special.
That's
special. Yeah.
And I wish I knew this at the time. At the time I was very excited about the money. I didn't care about expenses, so I was blowing my check.
That's standard with everyone. That's standard. That's so standard behavior by the way.
I think that was the best time of my life. Like I was blowing the check. I was living it up.
Living your life.
Yeah.
And most people, even anyone on the podcast, the ones who are young, they're always talking about, I just want to have fun. And I'm like, yeah, trust me, having fun when you're young is good, but you also have to try and tap into that responsibility early.
Yeah.
Because now, the older you get, responsibilities get like way much more.
Yeah, true.
And any money that you wasted, you will always remember. The same way you're saying, like, I wish I knew better. I wish I knew better. Because I'm sure then your bills were not as much as...
Yeah, they weren't really.
So you would have saved a lot.
I wish I would have saved, because after that...
Yeah.
Well, life became...
Okay, hold on. Now let's go back to the story, by the way. Let's go back to the story. We're just talking about average salary.
Yeah.
And then now let's get back to now you working at L'Oreal.
So I'm working at L'Oreal.
Getting paid and everything.
Yeah, I'm getting paid. I'm having a good time, but... The job was kind of strenuous because I used to stand the whole day. Yeah, it was those kind of jobs. And it got to a point where I was even having like pains in my leg. And I just had to quit. And it was so much pressure.
You quit?
I did, imagine.
No, I've never quit any job. I always got fired.
Wow.
Yeah.
I've never gotten fired. I'm the first one to leave.
I always get fired. Like I've never, and it's just one of those stories.
Yeah, but I quit.
40 and in uni, I'm not leaving, by the way. I'm not leaving.
I promise you, if you were in my position, you would probably have quit.
Just go. Okay, now let's get to where it it was too strenuous for you?
So
Apart from standing.
yeah,
Because
apart from
watchmen
standing,
stand,
yeah, true.
cops, traffic cops stand the whole day in
Yeah.
the sun. People in the farm.
Standing actually was the least of my problems.
Uh-huh.
The issue was that, I'm trying to push these products to the customers, and I was selling some of the most expensive hair products in that shop.
Yeah.
So, and you're in a line with other like beauty advisors, so it's kind of hard.
Do you have like targets?
Yeah, we have targets.
Okay.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So when a customer sees the price, they're like, hey, let me just get this other one. I'll come next time.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and that was affecting my targets. And, my supervisor was not really happy with my results.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I was getting so much pressure from not only the shop, but also my bosses. So, yeah, that combined with
But
this,
they didn't fire you.
they didn't fire me. I was like, what? Yeah, I'm going. I can't do this.
And also, let me tell you, like, another hick for, like, when you're employed. Even for me, like, I would never quit. It's because I know if I get fired, I get, like, 3 months paycheck.
Oh.
I was never. You can torture me, whatever, however you want. I'm not leaving.
I wish I knew that.
I'm not leaving. So if you get fired, you get paid, like, 3 months, kind of like nini.
Oh, is that like standard for like?
Yeah, if you signed any paperwork, somebody can't just come to you and tell you they fired you. No, they have to give you like 2 months advance pay, and like I think the current one, so that it can push you before you get like your next gig.
Yeah, true.
Like that's under the constitution. You can't just wake up today and fire someone. No.
Wow, I was 2 years old.
So now you know.
Now I know.
So if you're ever in a job, you'd rather not show up to the job. Just don't go.
Yeah.
Just don't go, or just go 2 days, come after a week.
Until they fire you.
Until they fire you. But do not quit. Do not quit. If you want to understand, just
don't quit.
even say you're stressed and just don't show up. Yeah?
Yeah.
And then you get 3 months pay. You're good. Go shopping, buy L'Oreal products actually. While you're
go back to the same shop.
Go back to the same shop and buy those products. Yeah, but so now, the pressure was too much. You had to quit.
Yeah, I had to quit.
And then what next now?
So now I'm at home. I'm just figuring out like, what do I do next? So I kept doing my content creation, and I was actually getting noticed, but it wasn't like bringing in any money. But I was getting like products to advertise. They weren't paying me. They were just giving me products like PR.
Yeah, let people know about that as well, because we talk about influencer work and stuff. Also, people don't know that because I think people get so caught up in the lifestyle of influencers, and they're seeing so many things. So people assume automatically cash is just flowing a lot.
Yeah, actually, that's what I thought. I was like, you know what, this content creation game it's gonna take off for me, and I never got a single cent. I had a bunch of products in but no money in my M-Pesa. Yeah, so after that, I ended up doing like a free internship. Yeah, which was just very useless. I wasted my money.
No. Just talk about, because the things that you're talking about, trust me, I know so many people.
Yeah.
I still try and explain that to Gen Z people, maybe who have worked with, who are slightly younger, and some people who are also trying to get in the industry. Like even internship, you can even be given like, let's say, internship at, let's say, Citizen TV. Do you know the amount of work you'll be doing?
Yeah.
When there's protest and all those things, who do you think is going there? It's you.
True.
It's you.
Yeah.
And whose money are you using? Your transport money. So you're the intern.
Exactly.
Your transport, food you buy for yourself. I think probably for media, you just get to enjoy like free food in product launches.
Yeah.
But after a while,
actually,
all the
product launches are so fun.
Yeah. But after a while, all the food tastes the same though.
True.
All the food tastes the same. If you do it for like after a year, you're like, no, okay, so now this is not exciting anymore.
Exactly.
So what was wrong with the internship? But you used a lot of your money going there.
Yeah, it was free, and I don't feel like I learned so much.
What exactly were your responsibilities?
I was in charge of TikTok. Yeah.
Okay, and then? It wasn't a fun company. You don't have to say the name.
It wasn't fun at all. It was a startup.
Okay.
Yeah, so they were also just trying to figure it out. Yeah, and then they have interns who are figuring it out. Everyone is just figuring it out.
Yeah.
So yeah, I decided I can't keep using my money, and it was all the way in CBD.
Okay.
Yeah, so I
you
had
quit
to,
again.
Yeah, again.
Wow. See this?
I'm not a quitter though.
Yeah. No. No, but that's what I'm saying. Maybe I think also because I come from a different generation.
Yeah.
So like my work ethic is slightly those ones of like, yo, even if you're not paying me, I still have hope, kidogo. I still have hope and dreams and ambitions. And I'll always try and learn from that situation. But like I said, I don't know about that experience because I've just never quit on anything, any job.
Wow.
But I'm always also interested in how people like, one day they can wake up and say like, no, this is not for me. Because you see, you had one situation where which was paying.
Yeah.
And you said like, okay, I don't like it. And then now I'm just trying to understand. And then there's the other one that now you're using your own money. Can you imagine even someone from L'Oreal, if they met you, they'd be like, so these guys are not paying you and you left us. You left us.
They would laugh at me.
They would laugh at you. Because they're like, what? You'd rather be with us.
Yeah.
But I think it's all like just learning to, any work environment that you go into, you have to understand like, you have to have like that verbal back and forth. If you have a boss, your boss, when they're talking about targets, it's not coming from a bad place. They're like, yo, we have targets. What am I supposed to do? I've hired you to do that.
Yeah.
And I'm sure when they hired you, probably they ask you like, do you think you can push this?
Yes.
What was your
course.
answer? There you go.
Absolutely. I will surpass.
Yeah, exactly. Because deep down at the time, you believe you can do it.
Yeah.
Until you start working
Until
and
they threw me in
you're
the
like,
deep end.
exactly. So it's always kind of tricky, but understand like even if it comes to things like law, and I think at times we miss that, but pay attention to things that you even see on the news.
Yeah.
Don't you see like even politicians like trying to almost like fight each other physically when they're in parliament or even when doing speeches? Lawyers, they will always be having back and forth all the time. Doctors, they always have back and forth because there's somebody who's trying to say like, no, I think she should do the procedure. Now somebody else is like, no, I don't think that's necessary. Even things like, let's say, maybe what you can relate to, maybe a woman who's about to conceive. There's somebody who's like trying to do the natural birth thing, but there's a doctor who's saying like, yo, the C-section is going to take like, 2 minutes, we stitch you up, you'll be good.
Yeah.
So there's a back and forth, maybe debate. So that's always going to be there.
True.
And it doesn't matter which career you go into, trust me, you'll bang heads with people. But if you're doing maybe stocks, crypto, hey, you don't have to fight with anyone.
Wow.
It's you and the numbers. So that's different. But anywhere where like it's a team is involved and there's hierarchy, people will always, like that's always going to be their standard.
Yeah, that's
so,
true. That's true.